NDE in about 3.5 minutes. What is visual testing? Gary Pace, PE, welding engineer. So VT is going to be the observation directly or indirectly of a specimen by an examiner, right? We're going to look at it visually. Okay, so this is the most common NDE method performed during, before, and after welding, and it's our first line of defense against defects. It's fast and it's low cost. So VT should be the first test method, right? So the benefits of VT, low equipment cost, immediate results, can be performed almost anywhere. And we can get a lot of the common weld discontinuities identified up front just from looking at it. We don't need other NDE processes involved. So what are we looking for with visual inspection? Well, the things we can find, they have to be open to the surface. Undercut, overlap, excessive reinforcement, surface porosity, arc strikes, poor fit up. These are the kinds of things that we can find. Incomplete weld sizes. What can't we find with non-destructive testing methods such as visual testing? Because everything has to be opened up to the surface. We can't find internal porosity. Anything internal is off the board. Lack of fusion below the surface, we're not going to see it. Internal cracking or volumetric defects inside the welds, we're not going to see those. So if it isn't open to the surface, VT is not our thing. Visual testing can't be used. Optical aids. So like on this situation, we've got a Marine working on a jet engine aircraft out of an F-18. And a lot of times they're going to look at turbine blades, look at the inside of the jet engine, look for debris, chunks, whatever. Well, they're using visual inspection, but a human being can't get inside there. So they've got, little cameras and borescopes and other devices that aid them in looking at places where they might not be able to see without using a mirror or some kind of optical aid. So, and even though the human eye is the most important tool, maybe sometimes it's not sensitive enough or accurate enough, or you can't look at what you're trying to look at. You don't got a straight shot at it. So we'll use optical aids to, help us out when we're doing visual inspection. And once again, in those cases, optical aids are necessary to get the examination, the visual examination completed. So it's the oldest NDE method, and it's the most commonly used, also called visual testing. So, but it could be one of the least understood, and it might not be the most effectively used of all methods just because I think we take it for granted. So our key takeaways: most widely used, fast and inexpensive. We can find a lot of surface discontinuities, and we perform it before, during, and after welding. And it can't detect internal defects and discontinuities unless it's open to the surface.